Okay, folks, good morning and welcome to Swing Trading Today. What we're going to talk about today is what we normally talk about. We're going to talk about the overall market, where we think we're going, and economic data. I believe that we have the CPI data coming out today. That's certainly something we're going to want to talk about. We're going to talk about bonds. I know how very, very boring bonds, but listen, bonds are the tail that drags the stock market dog. Have no doubt about that. Then we're going to take some chart requests from you folks. I need to put members first, of course. If we have time, we'll go to non-members. And before we begin, I want to introduce you folks and remind others who are already familiar about our sponsor. And our sponsor is TrendSpider. You really need to go to their website, use the link below, and take a demo and tour of their software. I mean, they have a 7-day free trial offer. And the value that you get a scanner, which you're able to find better trade setups by searching the market for technical chart conditions on any time frame. Insights, you get the context with easy to understand, non-technical, visualized naturally for technical traders. We are visual people, and TrendSpider helps you to automate your grunt work. So please try it out. 7-day free trial offer. If you're waiting to become a member of the Contrarian Trader, we give it away to our silver and gold level members for free. It's included. Let's get to the pre-market activity. Okay, I'm going to kick things off with, let's go to the dollar first. The dollar faded yesterday pretty dramatically. And you could see overnight, it dropped down. This is the Dixie. It dropped down to an 80 handle, but then rebounded. Now we're back above the 90 mark. That's critical psychological support. Have little doubt. So the dollar is now higher on the session. Fairly good price action here. The fact that we rallied off the lows of the session. Excuse me. Gold. Now, gold, I'm all messed up here. I had a reboot last night. And all my normally sequenced symbols are no longer sequenced. Gold. Gold is up $11. It was up higher, but then it faded off the highs of the session. We're back down below support level. So while we're up, I'm not overly confident right now. It was a good day by the close yesterday in that we had reversed. Same thing with the gold miners. So good, but not great price action. Silver had a very good day yesterday. Same thing here. We're off the highs of the session, back down below a support level. No doubt that has to do with the strength of the U.S. dollar. Again, the dollar rallied off of its lows, and silver and gold came off of their highs. Unfortunately, they're back down below support levels. Now, taking a look at equities, the Russell 2000. Good morning, Sam. Very weak bonds. I love the Italian politicians. Just joke to weaken the euro. Is that what they're trying to do, weaken the euro? The Russell is flat on the session. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq 100. About a quarter percentage point higher. We're going to be taking a look at Amazon in a moment. I don't like the Tues. Amazon had a fairly good day yesterday in that it bounced back, doji formation. But the real story with Amazon is not the daily chart. It's the weekly chart. And it is broken trend. We're going to go to that in a moment, so stick around. So Nasdaq, higher lows here. The Nasdaq 100, higher lows. Fairly good price action this morning. So out of sequence this morning. Give me a break here. Let's bring up the S&P 500. I don't want to go off SPY. Not enough volume. Let's go with the E-minis. E-minis are looking good here. I mean, we're flat for all intents and purposes, but they're looking pretty good. We have a breakout here. This is only a 1 hour chart, but we are consolidating. Let's go to a 4 hour chart. Yeah, we're consolidating a breakout here. It looks as though we're going to head higher. Natural gas faded hard yesterday. Up this morning slightly. Here's that fade. Again, this is a 4 hour chart. So that's a pretty significant drop. Bonds. Let's go with the 10-year. As you can see, a huge drop in bonds. We had a counter trend rally in bonds, forcing yields lower. Bonds are coming off their highs now. Does this continue? That's the big question. So here's the weekly chart of the 10-year bond. New weekly highs, pretty much flat yesterday, but new weekly highs. Very strong chart, but it was due to take a pause. Let's talk a little bit about Amazon. Before I begin here, let's remember something. This is at current. Parlor still down. Incredibly un-American what Amazon did here, and from a legal aspect, certainly an antitrust issue. So there's going to be a price to pay here, much as what we saw with Twitter. We are short Twitter. We are also short of Microsoft. And Amazon daily chart, you can see that we've pulled back in recent days. We're holding 3,100, a doji star formation, a sign of indecision yesterday. We may pop here, but while the S&P 500 has been making all-time highs of late, And the Russell 2000 especially. Did you know that Amazon peaked out way back here in September? And it's been lagging along with the other triple Q names, the overall market. And in fact, Amazon has, I'm trying to get this right here. There we go. Broken support. And this is on a daily time frame. It broke support here on the 11th. We were in a trading range. Does this mean that you short Amazon now? No. Good morning, Pat. No, you don't short it here. They're going to try to rally it, especially if yields are weak. But the chart that really has me concerned about Amazon is the weekly chart. We have broken support on a weekly time frame. The week is not over. Perhaps they'll rally it back. These Stokes are very weak and they're rolling over down below 50. RSI, very weak. Lower highs, lower lows. This is not a healthy chart. But again, we have a couple of trading days left to go in the week. A lot can happen. Maybe they'll close it back above support levels. We're not sure yet. It doesn't matter where stock trades intra-period. What matters is where it closes. So on Friday, we'll be looking to see if Amazon closes down below not just the daily support level, but more importantly, by far, the weekly support level. And there's going to be a lot of headline risk here. These companies are taking solace in the fact that you're going to have an all-Democratic rule. That's crazy. There are many Democrats out there that can't stand these people, meaning Amazon, big tech in general. So watch out for the headline risk here. There's a lot of it. And when you take a look at, let's go to TrendSpider for a second. Look at all of the buys on Amazon. This is nuts. There isn't a single sell or hold on Amazon stock. Not one single hold or sell. All 86 analysts have a buy rating on Amazon. That, my friends, is a contrarian indicator. There hasn't been an upgrade since November the 4th. That was the last time. Let's go to a monthly chart on TrendSpider. Let's identify support if, in fact, we do break. I already have my alert set here. Let's remove this. It's expired. There we go. We're looking for a break here on Amazon. We'll use the automated trend lines. And they're telling us that Amazon, there are support levels above here, vis-a-vis the moving averages and VWAP, volume-weighted moving average. But if you're looking for a hard, fast support level, using trend lines, Amazon could drop to $22.50 per share. That's a big, big drop. Again, click of a button. Off, on, that's the value. So beware with Amazon, folks. and all the triple Q names. Oh, excuse me. Sue, Alibaba, they were the same before collapse. Poor Jack Ma. All right. Let's do some chart requests. And let me log into the members area. I should have had this ready. Okay. Ticker cloud. All right. We have VNM for Franklin. T, APHA, and DBX for Tuan. Let's do this. Okay. And folks, don't forget, you get a 35% discount with TrendSpider using the link below. All right. T. I haven't even thought about T. They have a good yield. Oof. The monthly chart is not pretty. A lot of resistance here. Big reversal bar last month, another one this month. Weekly chart. You're starting to see higher lows get put in here. Excuse me. I'm going to set up an alert here. If we get a breakout, that would be interesting. We'll keep it active for 10 days. I had to check their ex-dividend date. This is a good one to do a dividend capture trade on. So I like the higher lows on T. Daily chart. Yeah. You have another resistance level above here. I'm not going to set an alert. I already have one set up. But I think this could be bought for a trade where we bounced off of a support level, actually two support levels yesterday. One down here. Here, let's take this off. There you go. There's support level number one. Back on. We rallied to recapture another. So I would scratch the itch here. Throw on a trade, then add more on a breakout above the upper band of resistance where we have our alert set. Seasonality. Let's go back further. There's got to be more data than 7 years. Yep, there is. We'll go back to 2011. Keep in mind that January is historically the second worst month of the year. The next comes August, which is definitely the worst. So I think that this is a good time to buy T and look for a rally into February, March, and April because those are seasonally strong months. So I think that you have the wind at your back in terms of seasonality and technicals. So the trade's setting up nice here. And if you're looking for a stop, look no further than, let's call it 28.32. But T, looking good. VMware. Oh, no, this is VNM. This is Vietnam. I was looking at this last night. Very, very extended. Vietnam. We've been waiting for a pullback on this for a while now. 1961 is resistance. We have a volume shelf up here. 1849. We're above it at current, but this is a monthly chart. We have no idea whether or not we're going to close above it. It's way too early in the month, and a lot can happen between now and the final day of trade. Now, keep in mind something, that seasonality is very strong in January. That drops dramatically into February and even more so into March. So if we're looking at this strategically, we're a bit overbought technically, and seasonality tells us that, okay, January is a great month, but we're midway through. So would it not be best for some of the froth to come off of VNM? Again, this puts you long of Vietnam. Very, very good ETF. Would it not be best to wait for February, March to enter the trade? I think so. A pullback to 1705 would be very, very attractive. I'm going to create an alert here. Touch, bounce. Okay, just a reminder to myself, and we're going to keep this active for a couple of months because this has been so strong. We may not get hit here for a while, and we're good to go. That's how much I like it. I want to get notified when we hit that support level. So more to come on this one. Weekly chart. We broke out on the week. Will we close here? Not quite sure, but too early in the week. Again, the power of automated trend lines. Click of a button. They take them off. Throw them back on. There's support right below. Daily chart. Excuse me. A reversal day yesterday. So it's still a healthy chart. It could still head up higher. But I really want to see a 17 handle before we open it up. And ideally, we're long of it as it pulls back into February and March, if seasonality holds up. That's not always the case, though. All right, the next symbol is APHA. Good looking chart. Really good looking chart. Here's no trend lines. What I like to do is keep the skills fresh. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Here's your breakout on a monthly time frame. Here's your higher low. Very pretty setup here. Let's overlay the trend lines. TrendSpider picked up another resistance level above. Oh yeah, this peak here, this peak here. So we broke out in November, pulled back, did a retest. In December, continuation breakout. Stocks a buy. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see. Weekly chart. Now, I wouldn't go running in immediately here. I'll tell you why. We'll use the automated trend line feature. We were rejected last week at this upper band of resistance. We're again at current above it, and we have a new weekly high. The question is, do we close there? I don't know. It's too early in the week. And if we do close above it, I'd like to see a retest of 925 next week. That would be a great entry point. If we get a successful retest of what is current resistance, should then next week act as support. So still a very nice chart. Daily chart. Very nice. Very, very nice. That would be my game plan. Going back to the weekly chart, looking for a retest of support. And we'll keep this active for 2 weeks. And we're good to go. Dropbox, DBX. Okay. Monthly chart. Looking good here. We broke out back here in November. Continuation breakout December, inside month in January. Let's drill down further here. I want to first do this. Yeah, we're right on the verge. Let's use this volume shelf as our line in the sand. We're right on the verge of a breakout. 2367. 2367 looks like a really good entry point. Should we break out? We're just shy of it now. Weekly chart. We became overbought. In December, we pulled back. Nasty sell-off the week of the 28th of December. Tested support, reversal bar. Trying to gain some momentum this week, right at resistance. Daily chart on the verge of a breakout here. So I want to know this. Do we close above resistance? Simple as that. DBX. Daily through monthly. Excuse me. Breakout. Now, I want to go to seasonality in a moment because it's important. Now, going back, this is only 3 years. How much data do we have here? 3 years is not enough to use seasonality. You know what? We're not going to talk about this. I would forget about seasonality here. Not enough data. I want to take a second look at Dropbox using another source to validate my thoughts here. Yeah, we're looking good. We're very close to a breakout. Higher lows getting put in. Daily chart. Wait for these Stokes to either close above 50. I'd like to see a pullback, orderly pullback and a higher low. I want to be able to draw my trend line. Do I have it saved? Yeah, I do. Good. I want to be able to draw my trend line and play connect the dots. Right now, we're flirting with a lot of resistance from back here. We really need to wait for that breakout. I would not buy this stock right here, right now. You got to get a breakout above overhead supply. So be careful. I like it longer term, but the entry point using a daily chart, I'm not loving. All right, let's see what we got going on in the chat room. Bob, you are a Chinese and you criticize the Communist Party? What? I don't understand, Sam. You got me laughing. Futures went negative? Pat, the man on the job. Man, they really did go negative. Woo. Even the Russell, which has been very strong. Nasdaq 100 falling out of bed. No shock here. Oh, Jack Ma. Yeah. He went. He reminds me of what happened with Putin and that billionaire a number of years ago. The guy got a little bit too big for his britches, and Putin wasn't going to have that. Yeah, the S&P 500 is now. We had broken out. Now we're failing. We're failing to hold it. 4-hour chart. Wow. This bar doesn't close until 9 a.m. So a lot can happen here. What's gold doing? Not much. Fading. Check out the dollar. The dollar gaining strength here. 5-minute chart. God damn it. Bonds, what are they doing? Not much. Well, what may be happening here, yeah, I think what may be happening is that you're seeing bonds come off their highs, yields are moving up higher, and I think the markets are beginning to, at least the Q names, they're beginning to react to the higher yields, slowly but surely. All right. With that, folks, I'm going to say everybody have a very profitable trading day, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Be well.